All right, what is going on? Jordan Sherwood here, Wood on 1063 and FatJackSports.com if you want some MMA selections for tomorrow night's UFC 261 in front of a live audience for the first time in quite some time, or a live packed house in Jacksonville. Three title fights. Dana White ecstatic about allowing fans back into the arena. For me as an MMA fan, someone that watches it all the time, as well as been to a few live events. Don't really need the fans. I hope it works out. I hope all the safety protocols are in line and measured, and there's no backlash, so you can see future events, and maybe this will be the norm and the template, if you will, for like the NFL, Major League Baseball to allow more extension of fans at their arenas and stadiums. But anyways, main event time. Kamaru Usman, Jorge Masvidal for the second time. They fought obviously in Abu Dhabi at Fight Island. Masvidal making headlines, short notice fight, 7 days notice, cutting all that weight, traveling across the country. Now he's got a full training camp, a full chance to prepare for what Kamaru Usman's going to bring inside the octagon. I don't think there's going to be any different result. I was asked this earlier on in the week. I was asked about how things can change. I think the end result is the same. I think Kamaru Usman's going to win the fight, and he's going to win it via unanimous decision. I fully expect Jorge Masvidal to be better prepared. I fully expect Jorge Masvidal to have better cardio, to go 5 grueling rounds. But at the end of the day, and as talented actually as a wrestler Jorge Masvidal is, it's just not going to be good enough for just the onslaught that and the overwhelming wrestling that Kamaru Usman brings to the table. Plus the fact the dude is getting better as a striker. His time spent at Elevation Fight Team since the switch from Henry Hooft has paid dividends, and it's showcased in the Colby Covington fight, and it was showcased a little bit in the fight against Masvidal. It's definitely showcased in the Gilbert Burns fight. So we'll expect the same. Usman's going to avoid the early striking of Masvidal, and not as early as the Ben Askren, but certainly he's going to be a little bit more powerful early on in the fight, but I think it's the same. Co-main event: Zhang versus Rose Namajunas. The one question I have, and I'm picking Zhang to win the fight. I just ask, is she going to be the same fighter after going through that war with Joanna Jędrzejczyk? That was the best fight, certainly in women's history. It's one of the best fights of all time. Is she going to be the same fighter that she was? Rose Namajunas is long. She's calculating. She's got outstanding boxing, some very good submissions. She'll be better on the ground than Wiley Zhang will if the fight goes to her. But I just think that Wiley's going to walk through everything that Rose can bring. She's going to just be too powerful, too athletic, and is going to do and inflict enough damage. Likely not to get the stoppage, but likely get the unanimous decision of victory. So I think Zhang retains just because of just how powerful and aggressive she is. And then the other title fight, Valentina Shevchenko, is a special fighter. She really is a special fighter, talented in all areas, a dominating champion. And I talked about this on VSiN earlier on in the week. I think she wants another shot at Amanda Nunes. And if you're going to make a big money fight, a big time women's mixed martial arts fight, and perhaps maybe the swan song for Amanda Nunes, you do it against Valentina Shevchenko. Shevchenko needs to win against a former champion in Jessica Andrade, who looked outstanding in her debut in the weight class. She needs to finish her. I put a small lean down on the under at 4.5. I think Shevchenko is going to look for the finish, look to be dominating, because she wants to clear out the division and earn the right to just immediately jump back up and fight Amanda Nunes at 135 pounds. So we'll see if she gets that opportunity. I think she's going to need a finish over Jessica Andrade to get that opportunity. Anthony Smith and Jimmy Crute, we have an opinion on this fight at FatCheckSports.com. We also have an opinion on the total. Here's what I'll say about it. I think Anthony Smith is more so like the fighter that he was in those 3 losses to Glover Teixeira, to Alexander Raychik than he is his last time out against Devin Smith. But still, he's a dangerous fighter. 31 of his 34 victories have come via finish. 9 of his 16 losses, he's been finished. And Jimmy Crute, was a big time prospect, but then, Misha Serkinov, kind of stopped that in its tracks. He bounced back. Dude's a finisher as well. I think 9 of his 12 victories have come via finish, and obviously he was finished in his 1 loss. So big time light heavyweight fight. Jimmy Crute needs to win the fight if he's a big time prospect, or Anthony Smith needs to show that he has the ability to be in that upper echelon of top light heavyweights. But I'll say this about Anthony Smith, like it's got a lot going on. Like it's now been over a year since he had that home invasion, and immediately after that, taking the fight against Glover Teixeira, we recommended Glover Teixeira, and that cashed beautifully at FatJackSports.com. But he's been doing obviously his radio gigs. He's got his responsibility with ESPN. Um, just a lot going on, and I think it's going to prove a lot if his ability to be a full-fledged mixed martial artist is on display in this one. Outside of that, there's a couple other things that we are talking about. I got to look at my notes here because it's new fighters that we're looking at. Well, we've got an opinion on the Brendan Allen and Carl Roberson fight, FatCheckSports.com for that selection. We also have a winner in the Alex Oliveira fight and Randy Brown. So you go to FatCheckSports.com for the winner there. The one that we talked about, Nia Liang and Ariane Carnelossi. Carnelossi made her UFC debut earlier this year. She lost to Angela Hill via a cut stoppage. Nia Liang is making her UFC debut. 11 of her 13 wins have come via submission. Carnelossi is coming back into this fight, I think, on a 19-month layoff. Been a while. And Nia Liang goes for broke with submissions, arm bars, chokes, what have you. She's not the favorite in this fight. She's likely going to get smashed because Carnelossi has good takedown defense and is a powerful striker. But I'm going to throw a small, half unit down on Nia Liang to get a submission victory. It's at plus 500. So I'm going to go for that. But anyways, 6 selections in total. FatCheckSports.com. I'm recommending a parlay on all 3 champions retaining their championship. If you couple it with another one of our selections at FatCheckSports.com, you can get it at really some solid plus money. But Kamaru Usman retains. He's one of the best fighters we've ever seen, and I think he's going to prove it again. Same with Shevchenko. And, it's back and forth with Wiley Zhang and Rose, but I think the champion retains. So, FatCheckSports.com, Wood on 1063, and enjoy the fights. Oh,